Hey there, listeners! Welcome back to Tell by Bell, the podcast where we tell stories and share perspectives. This season, we're diving into poetry again, specifically the ones from the SPM, English Literature Syllabus, or Code 2206. We'll read them, break them down, and maybe even have a few aha moments together. So, if you love poetry, or even if you're just trying to survive the exam, you're in the right place. Settle in, stay curious, and let's make poetry feel a little less like homework and a lot more like a conversation. Today, we immerse ourselves in one of the most inspiring poems in the English language, Eve by Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling, born in 1865, was a British writer and poet whose works continue to resonate with readers across generations. He is best known for The Jungle Book, but his poetry carries an unmatched depth of wisdom, often shaped by his experiences growing up in colonial India. His ability to craft narratives filled with moral fortitude earned him the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907, making him the youngest recipient at the time. Eve remains one of the most celebrated works, a poem that encapsulates the very essence of resilience, perseverance, and integrity. Kipling's Eve takes the form of a father's words of wisdom to his son, offering timeless guidance on how to navigate life's inevitable hardships with dignity and strength. Through its 4 stanzas, Kipling paints a picture of an ideal character, one who remains steadfast through adversity, humble in success, and firm in their convictions. Let's take a listen. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those 2 impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So the poem unfolds with a series of conditional statements, each beginning with "if you can," that gradually construct the qualities of an exemplary individual. The repetition of this phrase gives the poem a rhythmic, persuasive quality, drawing the listener into the heart of its message. Kipling masterfully contrasts different life scenarios, times of doubt and times of faith, triumphs and disasters, losses and rebuildings, all to highlight the importance of maintaining a steady, composed nature, One of the most striking moments in the poem is the personification of triumph and disaster as imposters. By doing this, Kipling suggests that neither extreme should be taken too seriously. Both are fleeting, and true character lies in how one responds to them. The poem's direct address using you makes it feel personal and universal at the same time, as though Kipling is speaking directly to each listener, offering his wisdom as a guiding hand through life's unpredictable journey. Despite being written over a century ago, the themes within Eve remain profoundly relevant in today's world. In an era dominated by social media and instant gratification, the virtues Kipling advocates, patience, perseverance, and emotional resilience, are more important than ever. The idea of keeping a level head in both good and bad times is a lesson that transcends history, culture, and circumstance. Many great figures have drawn inspiration from this poem. The line, "If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same," is famously inscribed above the entrance to Wimbledon's center court, serving as a reminder to athletes of the importance of grace in both victory and defeat. Beyond the world of sports, the poem's philosophy applies to personal struggles, professional challenges, and the ever-changing tides of life. Kipling reminds us that self-discipline, courage, and a steady heart are the keys to weathering life's storms. Now, Kipling's Eve is not merely a poem, it is a philosophy for life. It urges us to cultivate resilience, humility, and wisdom, values that remain essential regardless of time or place. As you reflect on its words, consider how you might embody these ideals in your own life, facing challenges with a steady resolve and embracing success with grace. Thank you for joining us on this journey through literature and meaning. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to tune in next time as we tackle the last poem from the SPM English literature. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay inspired. See you next time on Tell a Bell. I'm your host, Bella Wee.